Hello, my name is Skiraman, and today I found a really weird bug, and I've never seen it anywhere before. So, today in this video, I'm just going to be sharing my story, how I found it, what it is, and basically just that. So, yeah, let's just get into it. So, yeah, it basically just started when I was organizing my macro blocks. As you can see here, I had made it into specific files and stuff. And I was basically just going over every single macro block of scenery I'd ever made, mainly focusing on the desert ones for now. And I was just looking through all the scenery ones so that I could put it in the right file and maybe add some touch ups so that it would look good. That is when I came across a very weird one um, right here that you can see. And the first thing that I immediately noticed is that it had this really weird white thing with it. When I made this scenery macro block, I 100% remember that this wasn't there. With several updates, this must have gotten here, and I was pretty confused at first. So I just kind of looked around, and I also noticed that the underside of the thing, the white square, didn't it was see-through. And also when testing it out, I noticed that it didn't have a hitbox, so you could drive through it. So then I decided to create a so-called macro block of the white square. And to my surprise, that actually worked. So here I skipped a bit ahead where I had already made it. And yeah, you can very clearly see that you can just place around like a regular block. Then I decided to drive on it again, and at first I thought I was going to be driving under it, because if you look closely, you can kind of see that it's actually floating in the air and it's not driving directly on it. But to my surprise, it actually did drive on it, like it was actually on the ground. So then I decided to switch my camera to alternate cam 2, and yeah, you can very clearly see I'm driving under it. And I also noticed the sky turned white, even more whiter than it already was with the clouds. So yeah, this gave her this really weird effect where I was actually driving under it, but it sort of looked like I was driving on it if you had the right camera for it. So then I decided to see if I could tilt the object and actually place it, and to my surprise, actually again, I could. But something even stranger happened when I tried to look through it. I already had a slight suspicion this was gonna be the case, but I wasn't entirely sure. But yeah, look at this insanely strange effect. It's like the whole game, the whole stadium is a snow biome right now. It's kind of ironic because the new snow update just came out. But yeah, I thought this was pretty interesting as well. So yeah, here's just some more footage of me kind of playing around how it works. So you can see the flags are white as well, and when you turn it, like when you look into the sky, you can't even see it. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, I guess. So yeah, then there only really is one sort of final thing to talk about. So a normal block is, the stadium is limited by a 48 by 48 grid, and a normal block cannot go further than this. As you can see, when I try to move it further than the edge, it just doesn't work. I can't move it any further. However, this white block has a very similar effect, but it's slightly different. As you could already see there, it actually extends out by one block. I know it's not the most interesting thing ever, but it's still, to my knowledge, the first block that can do this. And if you try to drive on it from the outside of the grid, basically, outside of the 48 by 48 grid, then it just works the same as when you drive it inside of the grid. But this does show that this is technically one block, or I guess macro block, that is 3 by 3, which is, I think, pretty interesting. And it works on all sides of the stadium. So, yeah, that was basically also, I think, kind of an interesting thing about this block, which I've also never seen before. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. So yeah, that was basically just it for this video. I'll make a track with this white block so other people can use it as well in their tracks. They can, download the track and go in the editor and copy paste it. But yeah, I really wonder what the rest of the community can find with it, because this is really all I could find with it. But yeah, maybe players can find a way to create a hitbox with it, because I think that would open up a lot of new possibilities. But anyways, yeah, that was it. So I guess like and subscribe if you want, and yeah, I guess I'll see you the next time. Bye.